Hey there, friends and fellow nature journalers. I am Marley Pfeiffer, and this is the Nature Journal Show. I'm coming to you live this Sunday with a live Nature Journal Show, and I'm going to be talking about some of the best gifts that you can get for any cool nature journalers in your life, whether they are friends, family, or maybe you need to get some nature journaling gifts for yourself. I have been trying out a lot of products, and I'm not sponsored by any of these, and I'm not monetizing this video. So every single review that I'm going to do on all these products and gift ideas is going to be 100% objective. So let's get started. I think really truthfully, you have to think about who you're giving the gift to and what they really need. But probably some of the best gifts that you can get for a nature journaler are actual journals, because journals are one of those things that we use multiples of. So we're going to use them and keep going through them. And that's really important. So I highly recommend finding the right journal before you buy it for yourself or before you buy it for someone else as a gift. Finding the right journal. So I really like these the Alpha series from Stillman and Byrne. Okay, this is my all-time favorite nature journal. The paper is 150 GSM, so it's not that heavy, but it can handle all of the watercolor that I do, and I do, up to like 5 or 6 washes sometimes. So a journal is an obvious choice for a nature journaling gift. And if the person is kind of new to nature journaling, maybe get them something really simple. So these are some really cheap, I think these were on Amazon for a kids program that I did. They're really cheap and they're really small. So if someone is new to nature journaling, or you're trying to get a younger person in your family a nature journaling gift, I would recommend getting a really small journal and something that they can fill up. Because to tell you the truth, starting a journal and not finishing it can be problematic and doesn't get like that flow going. But once you finish a journal and you have a full journal that you can look back on, that's an amazing thing. So if you're trying to get a gift for someone that's a little bit new to nature journaling, think about a really basic journal. Along similar lines, if you have an adventurous nature journaler in your family, or you're an adventurous one yourself and you want to get yourself a gift, think about one of these waterproof nature journals. This is the perfect gift for that nature journaler that's ready to go to the next level. Because really one of those things about nature journaling at the next level is trying to nature journal in conditions that are not ideal. And a lot of people stop nature journaling during the winter. And part of that has to do with the fact that paper and water don't really go well together. And a lot of people just assume, oh, in the winter, I can't nature journal. So if you're getting a gift for a nature journaler that's ready to start nature journaling in more situations, think about one of these Write in the Rain notebooks. This one I got at REI, but you can find them in a lot of places. This one right here comes with, this is the one that I used in the Grand Canyon, the style at least, and it comes with blank paper. So if you want fully blank paper that you can sketch anywhere, and water is not an excuse, mist is not an excuse, this is a great journal, and this would be a good gift for yourself. This could be your main nature journal. Some people actually like this size. It's really portable. You can often fit this into a pocket or purse very easily. This size is even smaller and easier to fit. But this could be a great gift for someone who's ready to take nature journaling to the next level, or someone who is maybe even just getting started, but you think will be nature journaling in some more wet conditions. So those are some journal ideas that I think would be great gifts. And of course, art supplies. So art supplies is a slightly dangerous one. When you go shopping for art supplies, it's really easy to get distracted and caught up. There's a lot of marketing that goes into art supplies. They're very seductive. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I think are the best. And these would be good stocking stuffers as well. I did a whole review on these zebra pins. They come in a bunch of different grays. They're brush pins. They come in different grays. This is a gray right here, and they come in black. These would be a great stocking stuffer for a nature journaler. And even better would be the Pilot brush pins. And this Pilot brush pin has two different colors. It has gray on one side. I love that gray. And it has black on the other side. This is really my main drawing tool right now and has been for a while. This would be a great stocking stuffer for someone who's working with ink, or someone who's just getting started with nature journaling. Maybe if they're just getting started and they're kind of more of a hesitant person, you could get them a pencil. This would be a good stocking stuffer for like a kid. I love these Pentel Click It mechanical pencils. I've taken these all over the world and they're really good. Like if I were getting a nature journaling stocking stuffer for a kid, like a grandchild or something like that, I would get them something like this and then one of these really basic notebooks. That would be a good start. Obviously, a great gift for someone who's already doing watercolor or someone who's just getting started would be one of these Pentel Aquash brushes, because these right here are really amazing. You know, I used to use markers and colored pencils and all this stuff, and when I got one of these and John Muir Law's watercolor kit, that really took my nature journaling to the next level, and I don't even use any colors anymore, not at all. And that's the next art supply that I'm going to talk about, and that's taking it up a lot more. So this is like an $8, stocking stuffer type thing. These zebra pins and these pilots, these are all sort of like in the $5 range. So these would be great stocking stuffers. These Tombow pins are pretty good, would be another good stocking stuffer, gift idea for a nature journaler. Another, good thing would be maybe like one of these gel pins for their whites. The Posca pin is pretty good, and the Uniball Signo. You could also use the Jumbo Correction pin. Those are all good. Those would be good stocking stuffers. But if you're ready, if you have a serious nature journaler that you want to get a gift for, or you want to get a gift for yourself, and you're ready to drop a little bit more money, this right here is what I would recommend. And I don't know how many of these he actually has available on his website right now, because I'm pretty sure Fiona is making these one by one. But if I had to ask for the ultimate art supply gift for Christmas, this is what I would ask for. And this, obviously, if you know me, this is John Muir Law's custom watercolor palette. And this palette has 30 some colors in it. They've all been picked, custom picked by John Muir Laws for nature journaling and science illustration and field work. So none of these are going to be sensitive to the sun. None of these are going to fade out on your painting in like 2 years and totally destroy your painting. I've done a color chart. It's on my wall where I combine all these. Let me just show you real quick. This is just the beginning of the color combinations you can get from this. And I really appreciate, like, I've done some art classes. I know what it's like to start with the primaries, and I really respect people like Tony Foster or some of these other artists who they just take the primaries and mix all the colors from there. But for me personally, I think if you're nature journaling, starting with the primaries is going to take too much time. And this kit right here, whoa, I've got this thing falling in the background. Maybe that'll be a new. So if you start with this kit right here, I mean, it takes so much of the guesswork out of it. Not to mention the fact that this palette is amazing. This is a whole bean palette, super easy, convenient to use in the field. I put this paper right here for testing out my colors. It's got lots of big mixing areas, and it's customized to fit all of these colors that John Muir Laws has picked. So if you're ready to drop like if you're looking for like $100 present or something like that, this would be a really good option, and you can get these off his website before they sell out. Hopefully they made a bunch in advance. And I'm not getting any like, what's the word? Commission off of selling any of this stuff. If the person you want to get a present for already has like watercolors that they like, then maybe you can just get them a palette. And this is that same palette, but this is from Vermont Art Supplies, and this is made by Whole Bean. It's that same palette, but empty. I put a little bit of gouache in it, but you could get that person in your family, and I think this palette is probably like $5 or something like that, $5 to $10. This would be a good gift for someone who maybe they want to make their own palette. That would be a really cool, I mean, this would be a nice stocking stuffer, anything like that. That would be a great gift. And as far as art supplies go, the next thing that I think would be really great to receive, if I were a nature journaler, I would be stoked to receive a bag. So really, the bag that you use when you're nature journaling is so important. And if you're looking for a gift sort of in the like almost $100 range again, then I would say get a bag for yourself or that person that you're shopping for. And this is a Patagonia bag that's no longer in stock, but basically just look for a bag, or if you know that person well enough to make a good choice for them, just be aware, there's a lot of variables, but basically I would say the main things are, a single strap bag. That's for sketching and nature journaling. That's really essential. And that way you can swing it around and nature journal really easily right in front of you. Having a water bottle pouch is definitely helpful, and some amount of internal organization. Also, it should fit well with the journal that person is using. If they're already using a large journal, then get one that fits really well with that size. If they're using a smaller journal like this or like this is their sketchbook, then a smaller purse or bag would be perfect. And there's a lot on the market. I haven't tried all of them, so just think about it. Look for internal organization, external water bottle pocket, and a good shoulder strap. This is a great one that I've tried. This one's from Tom Bin. This one's called their Maker bag. This is a great company. They're based in the U.S. Their materials are amazing, really well made, great company. It does not have an external water bottle pocket. It has some internal organization, and it fits. This would be a good bag, I think, for a slightly smaller journal than this. My personal journal, I mean, it fits in okay, but once I start putting other stuff in here, it gets a little bit crowded. The other thing I should mention that's really important for nature journaling bags is look at this. This lid needs to be able to, when it closes down, it needs to be able to cover these openings, because this Tom Bin bag is really well thought out, but it doesn't quite cover this in the best way and leaves that open. So a nice purse or bag would be a great gift for yourself or that nature journaler in your life. If you're looking in the sort of like $100 range, there's lots of bags, probably like $50 to $100. That would be a great gift. If I received a gift like that for Christmas, I would be stoked. It's just one of those gifts. You're going to need to know that person pretty well to make a good choice, probably. Or if you're buying it for yourself, that would be great too. The next thing, now I'm going to move on from art supplies to other things. So there's a lot of other things that can really be great gifts for a nature journaler. One of them that I think would probably make the biggest difference is these Pentax Papillo binoculars. John Muir gave me this pair, and that was like one of the best gifts I've ever received. And these are close focus binoculars. So I had another pair of binoculars that are like $250 or something like that. And I never use those binoculars anymore because I use these all the time. This size is so good for nature journaling. It's not that heavy. I can wear it all the time. They're really good for close focus. So I can look at things that are half a meter away. So that's like this far. That means I can look at flowers. I can look at animal tracks. I can look at bugs. I can look at plants. I can use these when I go to the museum even. They're really amazing. The close focus is a great function. They work if you have glasses or if you don't have glasses, and they're light enough that I can carry them the whole time I'm nature journaling. And you might have seen my video where I show you how to draw and look through these at the same time. If you do that with bigger binoculars, your arm will start getting really tired. So these are in the like $120 range or something like that. You can get them on Jack's website. But this, if you know someone who's a nature journaler and they don't own these yet, this, and you're willing to spend, you're looking for a gift in the sort of like $100 range, this would be an amazing gift. I mean, or for a kid, even like a kid or like a teenager maybe, who you kind of want to get them into nature journaling, but they're a little bit resistant or they're not into it yet. This would be a super cool gift. Just such an amazing. I've had these, I think, for like 6 years now. Super durable. I've taken them to like 3 or 4 continents. I love these. I love these so much. That would be a crazy good gift. Let me look at. I see some comments in the comments section. Yay, bestowing the brushes here. So glad you're here. I know you know a lot about art supplies also. Amanda's here also. I'm not sharing a shopping list. I'm just doing this to really help people out. I might put some notes down below, but like I don't have any like affiliate marketing things or anything like that. So I'm not making money off of this video. Just want to share some ideas with people, and you'll just have to go through the video. Maybe I'll put some stuff in the notes, but good question, Amanda. All right, the next thing that I think would be great, sort of in the same vein of nature journaling supplies that aren't actual art supplies, would be a good seat. So this is a chair right here, and I haven't done a full review of it yet, but this is a camping chair, and you can see it's relatively compact, super easy to carry. It's great to fit for like a camping trip or the car. And really, if you're comfortable when you're nature journaling, you're gonna nature journal so much more. And I think this was like $100, something like that. But it's super durable and really comfortable, and it works in sand. I've used this in the Grand Canyon, in the Sierra Nevada mountains, at the beach, all over the place. It's really easy to set up. And this has made my landscape ethos and my nature journaling so much better. So this one is called, this chair right here is called the Travel Chair. It's the Travel Chair, I think, is a company, and it's the Joey Camp Chair by Travel Chair. If you look in my previous videos, I've talked about this chair before. This is an amazing chair. It's super comfortable. If you have really wide hips, it might not work for you. But if you're getting it for someone who doesn't have really wide hips, they should be fine. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. This can support any weight pretty much. It's really comfortable, and the feet on it don't sink into the sand, so it works in sand or like soft soil or anything like that. You might have noticed some other chairs will sink down into it. This one is amazing and super comfortable. That would be a great gift. Another chair, just to mention it really quickly, this is the one I always used to use. It literally fits in the back of my nature journaling bag. This is what I would call a minimalist chair. This thing's kind of amazing. Check this out. So here's my nature journaling bag right here. I can put it into this back pocket, and the Tom Bin bag doesn't do this, but my Patagonia bag does. So it's actually right here in this back pocket. And it's just right here inside of my nature journal bag, and I can take this thing out right here, and I use this in museums, aquariums, out in the field, and it folds up like this. It's partially a suspension structure, so that's why it's so light. This is not super comfortable as much as the other one that I just talked about. It has no backrest, so it's basically a stool, but you can nature journal from this, and it means you're not sitting on the ground and not sitting on the cold ground. This thing is really awesome. There's a bunch of different versions of this on Amazon. If you look up lightweight folding chair or something like that, you'll be able to find this. There's a bunch of different companies that make ones like this, but this chair I have used for so long before I got that other one. It's not as comfortable, but this thing is so lightweight, you could practically fit this in your back pocket. So if you know someone, if it could be a table. Amanda's saying that it could be a table as well. You could definitely set your supplies up on this if you wanted to, and just put like your nature journal book right there while you're working. That's a great idea, Amanda. Look at that. So this chair, it's like a no brand. There's a whole bunch of different like companies in China that are making these. Just look for this style that is a partial tension structure, and it's really good. I've had it for a long time, but it's not the most comfortable. And if you're a bigger person, it can hold you up, but it might not be the most comfortable. So a chair, a nice folding chair, could be a great gift for yourself, or for that special person that you're shopping for. Now, while we're talking about those things, anything that can help someone be more comfortable in the outdoors is going to help them nature journal more. One thing that I'm super, super happy with this year are these sun gloves. Okay, so I feel like sun protection is a really important thing. And keeping your hands healthy and happy is really important if you're an artist in the outdoors. So I got these to help me, and that's the other thing. So if you're putting sunscreen all on your hands and then you're touching your paper and then you try to do watercolor or ink or almost any art supplies are not going to go onto the paper if there's sunscreen on the paper. So I don't put sunscreen on my hands when I'm nature journaling. Sometimes it's inevitable to get some of those fingerprints and oils and stuff on your paper. But if you can avoid it, you should. And so I got these sun gloves, so I wouldn't have to put sunscreen on my hands. And these ones are from this, I think it's called Outdoor Research or whatever. You can get these at like REI. These ones don't cover your entire finger, but already this is the part of your hand that really gets sunburnt. So you put these things on, they provide a little bit of warmth, but mainly they're so you don't get sunburnt. And I nature journaled with these religiously when I was in the Grand Canyon, and it helped me not get sunburnt and not get sunscreen on my hand. The thing you have to be careful though is if these get a little bit wet, then that wetness will stay and could get your paper wet, or if you get a little bit of ink or watercolor here, that could spread. But if you're shopping for someone or for yourself and they're an outdoorsy person, and this is the kind of thing, having good sun protection is going to keep your hands from getting all wrinkled. And so one of the great things about nature journaling is it puts us in the outdoors. One of the downsides of being in the outdoors all the time is the sun can damage your skin. So taking care of your skin with things like this is really important. And in the future, I'm going to review some more gloves that are more for like warmth and comfort and stuff. But this is a great start. If you're in a warm climate, I highly recommend these sun gloves. Another thing on that line, if you just want a stocking stuffer for a nature journaling friend or for yourself, some type of sunscreen that's easy to apply. This one is in a stick, like a deodorant stick, so I can put it on without getting it on my hands. So that's great because, see, I can apply sunscreen. Oh, now I'm going to have sunscreen for the rest of the video. So this sunscreen, I just applied it to my nose, but check this out. My hands are clean. So now I can take my paper and I can nature journal, and I don't have to worry about getting sunscreen on my paper and messing up my watercolor. So those are some of the great outdoors things. The next thing, and these ones are kind of easy, books are always an easy gift. Obviously, there's some good nature journaling books to give as gifts. Obviously, the first one that I would recommend would be this one, right? So for anyone if you want to help someone get started in nature journaling, and I think these are like ridiculously cheap too, but this would be a no-brainer gift for a nature journaler if they don't have this already. So you might have to secretly find out if they have this already. This would be a great one. Obviously, his new one, him and Emily have a new one, and this is How to Teach Nature Journaling. This would be a great one too. Good gift. Any kind of field guide, so field guides, you can sometimes even pick these up like at library sales or garage sales or things like that. This is a great one, but any kind of field guide, that's an easy gift for a nature journaler. I love this series. If you live in California, there's a California Natural History Guide series out of the University of California Press. Talks about like the different ecosystems in California. Field guide like that. Here's a really good one if you know anyone that speaks Spanish or is bilingual. This is a great book. So books about drawing or nature journaling are always a good bet. So those are some of the really best gifts that I think that you can give to a nature journaler. But there's one last thing that is the most important gift. And truthfully, this gift you have to give to yourself. You can't give it to anyone else, really, unless you're a parent, sort of. But the last and most important gift is permission to try. So if you're trying to get a gift for yourself, you could spend $100 on this watercolor palette. But if you don't give yourself the permission to try, you're never going to use this. You're going to blame yourself. You're going to should yourself. Oh, I should do this. I should do that. Why aren't I nature journaling more? So really, if you can give yourself the permission to try, to just fill up this sketchbook all the way. Give yourself permission to try and to make mistakes sometimes, to make bad drawings, and to just fill these pages. Give yourself that gift, and that is the most valuable gift that you can give. So thank you all so much. I'm gonna that's basically that's all of the stuff that I got ready today. I'm gonna review the comments here in the comments section, and then I'm gonna sign off. Let's see. Yve is asking about the Spanish book. So the Spanish book is called Dibujar la Naturaleza, and I think it's by, this guy is from Spain. So the vocabulary is like Spanish, but has a lot of really cool stuff, and a lot of it in it is actually really applicable to nature journaling. So was really stoked to find this. If anyone else has any other questions, please post them. I can drink a little bit of water, answer some questions, and then I will sign out. I think I did some gift ideas last year, so if you look through my old videos on YouTube, you could probably find that as well. But those are some of my best ideas for gifts for this year. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And just so you know, next Wednesday, Wednesday at 6 p.m., the Nature Journal show, as usual, is going to come out Wednesday at 6 p.m. And I have a super cool interview in store for you. So if you can tune in Wednesday at 6 p.m., I think Kim is actually going to join us for the premiere. So if you get there at 6 p.m. or a little bit before 6 p.m., that would be great because you could ask her questions. But if you don't know her already, Kim McNett is an awesome extreme nature journaler doing expeditions in Alaska where she lives. And she goes out in the middle of the Alaskan winter and nature journals. She nature journals on ice. She nature journals in glaciers, on glaciers. She does some super cool nature journaling up there. And I talked to her in the next episode of the Nature Journal show. It's going to come out Wednesday. I'm not going to give you any more clues about it because it is such a great conversation. You've probably seen some of her pages already if you're on the Nature Journal Club Facebook page. She's super cool. So tune in on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And next Sunday, I will have another live show. So have a great holiday season. And remember, supplies are great, and getting a good gift for the nature journaler in your family or for yourself is good too. But really the most important thing is practicing and letting yourself try new things. So I hope that gave you some ideas, and I hope you go out and get inspired to nature journal right now. See you later. Bye.